EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Big Easy. And with that "Who Dat" chant bouncing off the walls behind us, we know that we're ready for football at Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the New Orleans Saints. Glad you're with us. It's Blake Groupie to get this one started, and off we go here in New Orleans. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And the talented young man took over as the full-time starter week 6 of last season, showed a ton of promise as a rookie, despite having minimal help around him. His talent and potential, vast. I expect him to have a huge second year in the NFL.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
First down, New England.
That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
We'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And able to get this to the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They run once more with Stevenson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing here is May. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A 49-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. Oh, nice move. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice, because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
To about the 35, second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they have everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
35-yard line.
From the 35, here's second down and 7. Throwing is Rattler. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And hidden behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So the coach putting the blitz on. And remember, that coach, former defender in this league, he loves this.
Yeah, they love to see it happen because I think they just have that flashback about when they were playing, right? That's what we were taught. That's what we did. And they've used that same impact with their own teams and do the same type of teaching.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 30-yard line. That pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A give for Stevenson, running right. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Stevenson gets it again on second down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a third and long.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. He finds Douglas complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
First down.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big game and a conversion on third down. That's a big pickup.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat like the guys in the on-deck circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. The tight end Henry here in motion. From the shotgun, it's May. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Brian Brzee fought in and got him down.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. On 4th down, out comes Andres Borregales for the Patriot field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is good. And that will make it 6-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So a couple of field goals now. 6-0 our score as the kicks away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? When they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved they'll recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
That's good for us.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That's good for another Saints. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here now, 2nd and 4. To the air is Rattler. Buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Saints have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
Oh, this is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Blake Groupie now for the extra point. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter.
Patriots 6.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Ooh, with a juke. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
We'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
To the air, May. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Here's May. His throw incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's May. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's got room. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
67 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll fake the give, and here's Rattler.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Rattler wants to throw it. They'll get this out to Kamara.
It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
From the shotgun, Rattler.
Steps away to his left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
A gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Saints. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Well, I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at an all-time day on the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Here's Rattler. Finding Alvin Kamara for the completion. And the Saints are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter as his guys are able to extend their lead.
That's a great alternative there to the old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Instead, let your quarterback take it in the shotgun and essentially choose his own path. He scans the situation, makes the right read, and takes it into the end zone on the QB draw.
Groupie for the extra point.
And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
Well, now how about this return?
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. New England's offense set to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
It's Stevenson with a run to begin the drive. Taken down at the 42.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd down and 8. On play action, May.
He finds his man, complete. That's Douglas. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Douglas. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Patriots.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A gain of 12. And a Patriot 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Looking to throw, May.
He finds his man, complete. That's Douglas. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Patriots will get a new set of downs.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
As they've got it as we resume action. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Touchdown, Patriots! Antonio Gibson,
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
and the Patriots have cut the lead back down to 2.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13.
Patriots 13.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. Quick move by Miller. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now Rattler. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground, because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
Kamara up the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's good for the Saints. First down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Offense gets set to go, and there's Ramondre Stevenson. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And running with power here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 92 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll throw with May. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On now is Andres Borregales to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good, and they have regained the lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That's good.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw here. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And down inside the 40 or about the 38. 97 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 26. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
Rattler working out of the gun. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
For another Saints. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Rattler. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. He loses a full 5 yards there on the sack, and it also brings up 4th down. 4th and goal. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, They've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
For the Saints field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
So after the field goal, back out is Groupie to send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Possession back to the Patriots from Andre Stevenson, headed out with the offense.
Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. In motion goes the tight end. Now a run with Stevenson. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, May with it. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 21. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
To the right side, this is Stevenson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throwing here is May. Gets this complete to Butte. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there at 22.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Henderson is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibson. Touchdown! Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Pats have regained the lead in the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Borregales now for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Makes the score
That time a 9-play drive.
And it concluded with the touchdown pass to Antonio Gibson. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. Dances by him. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Saints offense and the veteran Alvin Kamara getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
From the gun, here's Rattler. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Milton Williams. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Here comes the Saints punter now.
Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones.
And a fair catch is taken here a step or two inside the 45-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Patriots take over.
Offense gets set to go, and there's Ramondre Stevenson. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurtled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll leave him with a third and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now May on the sneak, and he will have a Patriots first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you'd think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Try! And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give him 32 on the play.
And the Patriot first down.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
To the air, May. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Henry. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Keyshawn Butte from 4 yards out.
And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The extra point now for Borregales. And the lead is now 13. So that drive in total 8 plays.
17.
And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To the air is Rattler. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
Looking sideline, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rattler. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
47-yard line.
Rattler wants to throw it. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
A 44-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that gets him back within 10. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Their own 35-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half, but when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Looking to put a drive together. And he'll start with a give to Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his feet as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you all know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48, a gain of just 1.
It's 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Off the play fake, it's Rattler. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
He was defended by Christian.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Here's Rattler. Dumps it complete to Miller. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 24-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Rattler. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he maneuvers his way down to the 40-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, Kamara. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Here's Blake Groupie now for the Saints field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. And let's get the ball back for us.
So after the field goal, back out is Groupie to send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. The catch and run for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, New England.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Here's May. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up first and goal.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here's Stevenson. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Stevenson. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. It's kind of an interesting decision. 1-score game, third quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. And here's why. If I set it up right now and go get the touchdown, I'm in firm control of this ball game, and my team has a ton of confidence. If I don't get it, hey, I rely on my defense. And if somehow they go downfield on me and score, so be it. I want to be in control and in firm control right now.
They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. Well, you feel the excitement build on those fourth down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on fourth down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on fourth down. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
The tight end in motion right. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. There's Chris Olave. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Olave with his first grab, and he also has a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll fake the give, and here's Rattler. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Christian Barmore able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Excellent job on the tackle for loss by Harold Landry, shooting into the backfield.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
And 12.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So given 3 on that drive, you know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
So after the field goal, back out is Groupie to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Patriots offense and Ramondre Stevenson getting set for this next drive. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
18 on the play. And a Patriot 1st down.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Play action. May. Open man down the field is Henry.
And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there for New England. 45 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Throwing here is May. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Ramondre Stevenson.
A 9-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Borregales now for the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense and Spencer Rattler getting ready for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Brandon Cooks, 47 yards. And the Saints are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
They'll look to throw. And now pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Possession back to the Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson headed out with the offense. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and, again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. They go play action now. May. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Danny Stutzman came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
A give up the middle to Gibson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. They'll throw with May. Now he'll escape to his right. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On play action, May. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. This offense so far on third down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And that to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's second down. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Off the shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And the shuffle pass to the running back goes for no yardage, but they used to call that the Utah pass, made famous by Coach Cactus Jack Curtis and his quarterback, Lee Grosscup.
To the air is Rattler. He gets it to Cooks. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Pushes him over, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 at enemy territory. So a player's shaken up. We'll get a stoppage here. And that's Alvin Kamara, the one who's going to receive some attention. Hopefully he's okay.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He's going to try and do this himself. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Off the play fake, it's Rattler.
Escaping the pressure right. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
19 yards. That's good for another Saints.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
A 1st down carry now for Miller.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Throwing is Rattler. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
A gain of 10 yards.
This is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. Takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I've thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call PPR?
Receiver still gets a point there. Yeah.
No.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
So after the field goal, back out is Groupie to send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Looking to put a drive together.
From the gun, it's May. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's May. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alontae Taylor just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Under pressure, they got him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. He'll take it at the 42. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
For the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
They'll give it up the middle to Miller. To about the 26 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Again, it's Miller. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
2nd and 10. Bradler wants to throw it. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Here's Rattler. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now Rattler. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on third down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
So after the field goal, back out is Groupie to send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now out come the Patriots. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Looking to put a drive together. It's Stevenson with a run to begin the drive. And he's going to have the Patriots first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 10. First down, Patriots.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Off the play fake. Here's May. Checking this down to Stevenson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
A gain of 15. And a Patriot first down.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So from the 37, here's second down and 3. The slot man in motion right. From the shotgun, May with it. He finds Douglas complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And a Patriot first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now a 2nd and 6. Here's May.
First and goal, New England.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now a handoff, Stevenson. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Back to throw. Complete. It's Henry. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Patriots. Stephon Diggs from 3 yards out. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is indeed good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. Oh, good move. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 2. A minute 46 to go. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. Back to throw.
Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Here's second and a yard. They'll look to throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
There's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Gain on the play. That's good for a Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Into the hands of Cooks.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's 1st down. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Incomplete. He was defended by Marcus Jones.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
He's back to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. Now we get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2.
Gain of 6.
As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
Back to throw again.
That is caught.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Rattler. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
You're not going to get many better opportunities than that to take the lead in the 4th quarter. He's got a man wide open. But, oh, my goodness, just too much air under the ball, and he knew it right away.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now.
They'll drop to throw.
That'll be caught by Hill.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
8-yard gain.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So after the field goal, back out his groupie to send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. New England trying to get a place on offense.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing here is May. He gets this complete to Diggs.
The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd down and 3. They'll throw with May. To Henry.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
A gain of 15. First down, Patriots.
That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.